Okay, hello world, how you doing? This is some inkbird video. How to, hopefully, this is my first one, but this is an inkbird temperature controller, like any standard digital temperature controller. Wow, the lighting really is bad in here. Wow, outside in the sun. Oh. Anyways, so this is an inkbird. And I've been trying to figure out how to mount it in a panel since I can't find any panels to mount this in. I was thinking it was pretty close to the same size as a GFCI. GFI in America, circuit, you know, GF, you know what a GFI is. Anyways, it goes in the bathroom, GFI outlet. So this looks like it appears to be pretty darn close. So real close on both edges. And let me take this away here. So yeah, so it fits no problem right here. The only difficult is it's not quite wide enough, just by a skidge. So I'm just gonna, I got a little file bought for $3.50 in Home Depot, and I'm gonna see if I can file that, make it just a little wider. If not, I'll use a Dremel, but it should work out pretty good, I'm hoping. So all said and done, it should look something like, well, it's one-handed stuff is for the birds. I gotta get me a stand for this phone. Anyway, so when it's all said and done, hopefully it's gonna look like, like a monkey fucking a football here. Excuse my French, but it'll look like that. But the writing will be on the outside, so it should be pretty darn good, I think. So we'll see. Anyways, let me get to it. Like I said, I'm just going to take this edge down here with a file and take the other edge down and just do about, I think it'll probably just take about 10 or 20 swipes on each side. Okay, we'll see how it does it. Okay world, I wanted to show you how I put a inkbird or any digital temperature control, how you can put it in a box. These parts are from Home Depot, and come out a little bit here. It's a little bit of a snug fit. But anyways, so what I did is I took a stainless steel Gfci outlet cover plate, and just with a file I filed down the ends because the width is fine, but it's not quite wide enough. So I took about 50 files. It probably was about get a rag. I don't want to scratch the lens on that Intermatic for a second. Actually, I think I have. Yeah, I got a rag in my pocket. So it takes a little bit of work, not much, but a little bit of filing to make it wide enough so that the control will fit through that GFI hole. It just is not wide enough wise. But other than that, it fits pretty darn good. What I did was I used one screw hole. I can only use one screw hole because this outlet plate is meant for going on, you know, an outlet which has the screws that are wider, and this inner part of the screws which the outlet goes to the inner screws. Anyways, so what I did was on the right side I just took my dikes and nipped off the other little ear that was sticking out on this side, and just filed it off and made it, you know, clean, you know. So it just held on my one screw, which you're not holding up the whole neighborhood here. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest. This is just my first invention here, so I'm just starting off here. So I want to make some kind of a box because nobody makes a panel where I can put this control in and a relay. So I want to put a contactor and prep it all out so I have them ready for, you know, if I want to do that. So I'm gonna try and do this with a box, probably a bigger box here, and I want to put a contactor in this and wire it all up and have it all ready to go. So this right here would work. You could put it down on the bottom of a refrigerator, or put it on a side wall of a refrigerator, or on a left side, anyway, or on a ceiling underneath of True, like a T49 or something. You could put it underneath a T49 and put the control in it that way, or T49F, or whatever you want to do. Anyways, this is the part number right here for this box. It's a Home Depot part number. There's the SKU on that. This is a 4x4 box. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's like 2 1/8 inch deep or 2 1/4 inch deep. It's got the ears for putting on a stud in a house. So I'm not a carpenter, so I don't know what this is exactly called, but I know it's a 4x4 box. Galvanized steel. This is a 4x4 cover plate for a 1 gang. They call it for a 1 gang outlet. It's a mud ring, called a mud ring for. That's just what they call it. Anyways, here's the part number on this. Home Depot, like I said. And they have, let me see if I can grab the stainless steel cover plate. I might have I think I have the tag on what that was called too. Okay, yeah. The stainless steel cover plate is called this. This is a wall plate decorator. 1 gang stainless steel. And there's your number. And like they said on here, caution sharp edges. Yeah, I cut the hell out of my finger just touching that piece of metal. These things are really sharp, these stainless steel plates. I mean, you do not want to touch the stainless steel plate without gloves on. That's how sharp it is. It's just like a razor. Just slip my finger open instantly when I open the package. So make sure you file these edges down or whatever, right? File them with a file. $3.50 for a file. I got it. I think I have a picture of it. I will put it in the video when I make it. But this is how far I am right now with this. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna probably try it out on a T49 fridge, refrigerator, just standard true T49, and it'll mount. Okay, when I do it, let me get a screwdriver here and just tighten this thing up. I know you guys are gonna be watching nothing right here for a minute, but I'll try to edit it out or whatever, or maybe you're watching something, I don't know. But okay, so put that on there. That's how I'll do it. I'm gonna put it, undo that. Let me get back to this. Okay, hopefully we're still going. Okay, we are. But I'm gonna put it underneath. I'm gonna put it underneath a true, put secure it to the bottom of the, like you would secure it to the bottom of the fridge. Anyways, you understand what I was talking about. You just secure it to the bottom metal. I don't have a flat surface here. Maybe I do. Here we go. I'm just gonna do it like that, and it'll be like that, and the wires will come out wherever they decide to come out. I just knocked all the knockouts out. These are 1/2-inch KOs, and lift them out for ventilation, because there's ventilation holes. You want to give a little ventilation to these things. So that'll go like that. Wires will probably come out, a couple of them will come out the bottom, and maybe the back will be the thermistor. I gotta do it, but anyways, yeah, so yeah, that's how you could do it. Like I said, this is pretty cool. Little clippy things, just hold it in, and not too bad, not too shabby at all. Like I say, need to put a relay. I'd like to do a longer one of these boxes with the contactor and everything all wired in already. Anyways, like I said, this is just the first one. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. All right, so take care, YouTube. Everybody, click like on the video and subscribe. All right, take care. I'll subscribe for more continuing good stuff.